Hey, farmer friends, it's Corinna popping in for a really quick tip that I wanted to share an experience I had yesterday that taught me a lesson about marketing. And I kind of felt like after it happened, I sort of wanted to kick myself because it was very, to me, in the after effect, I kind of realized it was an obvious thing that I missed. So yesterday I had an event at Shadell Gardens where there was a big community day festival, and I had a booth there where I was trying to promote my online store. And I was really close to the entrance, so just about everybody came by. I was also selling things with rhubarb and green garlic. So a lot of people were coming to my table. And like a good marketer, I kind of prepared myself for that event, and I thought through, okay, what is my one call to action? I'm going to try and keep my message really clear. What's my one call to action so that when people come and buy something, I can tell them something about my farm. And so my goal for that event was really not actually to sell my CSA so much as it was to make people aware locally that I have an online store where they can pre-purchase stuff and then pick it up at my CSA pickup site during the week this season, since I'm already sold out for my CSA. And that way I can kind of get them into my pipeline and upsell them to the CSA later on. But I just wanted people to know I have a store. So my strategy was I had these little cards created. They look like this. And I was going to pass them out to people. And, I would talk to them about, hey, if you want to get on my email list so that I can let you know what I'm going to have in the store every week, go to this particular link and subscribe, and I'll, give you some really cool freebies, blah, 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 and, you'll get added to my list. So I was passing out a lot of these. People were like, oh, yeah, that sounds really good. And I was passing out a lot of these to people, okay? So let's now turn to my right, where the vendor right next to me, who was also a foodie type table, she was selling dietitian services. She had a slightly different strategy for lead generation. So she had a lot of people coming to her table too. And what I noticed her doing, she had a beautiful little glass jar, like it was almost like a cookie jar. I couldn't find a cookie jar, so I got my mason jar out. But she had a beautiful glass jar, and then she had a whole bunch of pieces of paper that were also cute and printed, had a place where you would fill out your name and your email address. And so as she was talking up her product, she said, well, I have this workshop where I teach you how to freeze meals with vegetables, blah, blah, blah. Do you want to learn more about it? And she passed them a little flyer, but she also said, do you want to subscribe on my email list? And they said, sure. And she had pieces of paper where they gave her the email address right then and there, and then they stuck it inside this cute little jar. And I just looked at her and I thought, I used to do that. Why did I switch to this other method? And her jar just kept filling up, and she had all these pieces of paper. So which method is better? This one where I pass them a piece of, a card and say, go subscribe when you get home, or this one where you get the email address right then and there and you go enter it later? That shouldn't be hard to figure out, right? This is definitely the better way, because people take this home, and although it's a cute card, and it might remind them, or they could pass it to someone else, there's a very good chance that they're going to forget to do that, or they're not going to do it at all. And I'm not going to capture their email address. So what I should have done in that moment, what I should have done is just said, hey, fill out, give me your email address on this card. And then I should have just kept the cards myself and entered them later. I didn't think about that until after it was almost over. But that was a mistake, a big mistake that I made, because I had a lot of people who came through my booth who were interested. And although they got a really pretty card, and maybe some of them will go and subscribe, the odds are very slim that they will. And this is definitely the better method. So if you are if you're at the farmer's market or you're going to a booth to talk about your CSA, you should have some system in place where you're collecting email leads. Do it this way, where you talk them up, ask them to give your email address right then and there, and give you permission to add you to the list yourself. So, gosh, really, really feel bummed that I missed that opportunity. So don't make that same mistake. This works really great. Okay, that's my tip for the day. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you on Friday for my Marketing Minutes training. Bye.